Hi, I'm Abby.
I'm Eli.
And welcome to the Bear Hill family. Today we're going to be sharing about the early elementary chapter book readers that Eli has been reading this summer. There's a lot. Yeah, a lot. So we're going to give you our review as mother and son, and then we'll also give you our ratings of those books. But before we get started, I want to let you know that we're doing this in collaboration with Chantel over at Intentional Homeschooling. Her and her son Ephraim are going to be giving their reviews of books that he's been reading as well. So when you're done watching this video, make sure to hop over there and see what they're up to. All right, let's get started.
I'm a book zombie.
A book zombie. We're a family of 6 that enjoys learning about new cultures, homeschooling, and sharing the love of Christ with others. Make sure to subscribe to follow along, and welcome to the Bear Hill family. Okay, so we've been using Chantel's reading journal that she has for kids. It's only $8 on her page, so I'll leave a link in the description box so you can check it out. But it's got this really cute reading monster on the front of it, and then it has these different boxes for kids to be able to fill in the titles and the author and their ratings and the format that they did it, the length, and then a review about the book. And we've seen that this is kind of a challenging part of it, is figuring out how to express or what words to use and how he felt about the book. We also mark on the side what the genre of the book was, because I want to make sure that we're getting a variety in there so that he can really figure out what style he likes or doesn't like, and just getting experience with those different things too. All right, and then we're going to be rating these books. So up in our corners, you'll see the mom's rating and the kids' rating. What does 1 mean, Eli, if we give a book a 1? Do you remember?
Never again.
Never again. It means it was really hard and we probably didn't even finish that book. I don't think any of ours today are going to be like that, because I really don't want to be super negative on books. We have had books that we haven't finished, but I don't think we're including those today. 2 means that we finished it, but it was a struggle. A 3 means it was fine. Maybe we'll try again. I don't know.
Maybe next year.
Yeah. A 4 is...
I'm so excited. Can we read the next
No,
one?
that's a 5. A 5
no,
is...
A 5 is I have to.
Oh, that's true. Okay, a 4 is I really like that book and I would like to continue with it. And a 5 is... let's go to the library and get it right away.
Yeah.
Right? I gotta know what happened. So we're gonna go through and give you those kind of ratings. All right, let's start with Bear Grylls.
I rated a 5.
I rated a 5 too. These are such good books.
It's about kids at camp passing around a magic compass. And whoever gets it gets to go to an unknown biome. And they learn about saving places.
They learn about survival. Yeah, so one of them learned about the importance of taking care of our planet. And the water one.
I really like that one.
Yeah, the sea challenge. We really liked that one. So these kids go to different places. Bear shows them how to be safe there, how to walk on sand, how to keep yourself warm if you fall in freezing cold water. Really good educational books. We've read our whole series now, so obviously we really like these books.
We want more, Bear.
We want more. All right, next, Flat Stanley. What do we think about Flat Stanley? Flat Stanley fell flat. I was so excited to try these out because it's unique. It's about a little boy that's flat because a billboard fell on him, and he goes around the world to different places for different reasons. And we did the African safari one because we were studying Africa this summer, and it was a really hard one to finish reading.
His book was a really big gaming flop.
Yeah, it was a flop. So Eli thought the chapters were a little too long. Did you feel like you learned anything from them?
No.
No. I would like to give Flat Stanley another chance at some point. So I'm going to rate it a 3. What would you rate it?
We didn't know.
What would you rate
I
it?
would have rated a 2.
A 2. It was a struggle to finish.
A 2.5.
Okay.
But it's
all right.
not going to 3 yet.
Not yet. Okay. So we'll see. We might try again, but we'll see. All right, next. Put that down. Okay, next. Most of these books Eli has read by himself or we read together. This one, his dad actually read to him, but he has read parts of these to me before. And you guys probably know about the who was or what is books. But this is the Nintendo one. And what did you learn about in this book?
That they started with cards. And we learned about Japan.
Japan, right? And I saw that it talked about Tetris too, and Tetris was from Russia, so there was a section about a guy from Russia in here.
It told us about the Mario versus Sonic.
Oh.
Nintendo versus Sega.
Interesting. Okay, so we've read quite a few of these books. We read the Lego one, which taught us about Denmark and the process that had to happen for Legos to actually be as good as they are. We've read, right now your dad is reading you guys the Batman one.
Who is Batman?
Who is Batman? And then we have all these ones about all different people throughout history. We've read quite a few of them. We've always really enjoyed them. And in fact, I know what your dad would rate these books, because as soon as they got done with Nintendo, he said, okay, what's the next Who Was book? Like, what can I read to them next? I really liked that. So he would give it a 5. What would you give it?
I would give it a 5.
And I would give it a 5 as well. These are home runs in our house.
They're not.
Okay.
They're straight up bullets.
Okay, so, well, we just talked about Nintendo, so let's talk about Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Now, do you remember what this style is called?
No.
No?
I don't like that style.
It's called Manga, and I just wanted him to experience kind of what that is. Okay, tell them about the book.
So it's kind of weird committing to American books. It's like you're reading an American book backwards.
Yeah.
No, literally, it feels like you're going
It is
backwards
literally...
in time.
No, it doesn't feel like you're going backwards in time.
But
You read it backwards. Anyway, okay, so Eli thought this one was kind of hard to, like, get into because of just, like, figuring out the style, but that's what I wanted. I wanted him to experience these different styles, but he said maybe sometime in the future, but I'm not interested in that right now. Yeah. How about the storyline? The Pokemon storyline. Did you like that? Yeah? Okay, so what do you rate it then? You've got to kind of balance out the genre and the story.
These are Pikachu ears.
Okay. All right. So what do you rate it?
I would rate the Pokemon book a 4.
A 4? Okay, so you do want to keep reading them, but not right away.
Maybe in like 2 weeks or so.
In like 2 weeks.
What?
All right, well, I'm not in any kind of hurry. I'm going to say a 3. I'm not in any kind of hurry for him to keep reading Pokemon. I think it's kind of a wasted time subject. But I do like the idea of him learning different styles and how people read around the world too, and just different styles. So we'll see someday in the future. Maybe when we study Japan. Yeah.
That's a perfect.
That's a good idea. Okay. All right. So I really love Eli reading series because my hope is that as he reads one, he'll fall in love with it and he'll want to keep reading more and more and more from that series. But I also want him to experience different genres. Just like the manga style, I want him to experiment with other styles as well. So we did some poetry. Yeah. Did you like this book? A ton. Okay, so this is a verse and novel and verse. I can't remember how it goes. But it's about... What's it about?
It's about a little kid who's going fishing with her sister who's never gone. And it didn't turn out how you wanted it.
Yeah, the fishing trip didn't turn out how the little boy thought it was going to, but did it turn out okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you and your brothers really liked this book, yeah?
The little sister won the fishing test. But
so
he got...
Hey, don't tell all of it. Don't tell all of it. Okay, so... All right. So with a novel in verse, what happens is you can open it up and you can just read one, like a poem. Or you can read the whole thing in order and it tells a whole story throughout it. And I think that's really cool. It also, on each one, tells what style of poem it is. And I am not very good with poetry at all. I'm not good at it. But in the back of this one, it explains each style. And that's so helpful for me. So we will definitely be picking this one up again from our library when we do a poetry study and when we're trying to write in different styles, because each poem is written in a different style, and I think that that'll be really helpful for us in learning about poetry. So is it okay if we read this one again someday? What do we rate this one? 5. I rated a 5 also. Very good book. Love it. Gone fishing. Okay.
Stuck in the fishing board. We
just talked about a novel in verse. There's another one. It's a free verse style. It doesn't rhyme. What's the book that we read together, just you and me in the hamster?
Bully on the Bus.
The Bully on the Bus. Yeah. What did you think about this book?
There's no answer.
No answer? Why?
Because it starts terrible.
It starts really sad and terrible. And Eli wasn't so sure. He was like, Mom, why are we reading this book? Because it was really sad. But by the end, it was
perfect.
And you liked it a lot, didn't you?
I love it.
Yeah, in fact, we don't have it to show you, so I'm just going to pop a picture up here at some point, because we lent it to some friends to have them read it. But what I love about this book is the imagery and the words. Like, the bully's words were like red hot lava. And you can just like feel his pain in that, and you just really get sucked in emotionally into this book. I did read this one to him because of the unique writing style of it. He hadn't experienced that before, so we cuddled up in the hammock and read it together. And would you like to try to read a book like this on your own, though?
I don't want one of the Bully on the Bus books.
Not a sad one. But we rated a 5, right?
Yeah, if I could get a Star Wars one and
a Star Wars free verse.
And the words were in the shape of Darth Vader's head.
It's really fun because they put the words in shapes of things sometimes, and it just is really creative writing, right? And it like sparks that creative writing in you as well. So you can write your own book like that.
What the?
That'd be so cool.
I can make a lightsaber.
All right, so we highly recommend Bully in the Bus. I'm going to say the slight part. Hold on, just relax for a minute while I talk. There's a part in the book where the boy is told to not tell anyone what's going on or she'll clobber him. And he feels like it's like this dragon inside of him, and it's scary and it's big, and he doesn't want to let it out. But when he does let it out, it's not his dragon to fight by himself anymore, and there's others who want to help him. And this is such an important and powerful thing for our kids to learn, that when they're told to keep secrets that don't feel good inside, they need to let them out to a safe adult who can help them with these things. And I thought this book handled that topic and this situation so well, and it allowed us to have conversations about not keeping secrets, and I really appreciated that a lot. So I really highly value Bully on the Bus and would recommend that you get it and read it to your kids. Awesome. Okay, let's talk about the Hidden Scrolls. The Hidden Scrolls is about a brother and sister
who go way back in time.
So if you've seen any of like the Superbook stories or kids that travel back into Bible stories, this is what these are. They have them all the way through Easter. We've read them twice now. We read it in the fall leading up to Christmas, and then we read them again to finish into the Easter story. I really like these books. For me, it's a 5. What about you? 4? 4.5? Okay. 4.5 for these books for Eli. And I read them to his brothers as well. I did read these to him. He could read it, but I wanted to read them, and I wanted his brothers to be able to hear. I think sometimes he did read a paragraph or a page, and we would go back and forth too. But it is a lot of reading in there. All right. The I Survived books.
I survived the Great Chicago Fire.
Yeah, so what did you think about this one? We haven't actually finished this one yet.
It was creepy.
It's creepy, but do you want to finish it? He told me he wanted to finish it. I thought you liked the action. I thought we would stop it and wait for another year. It says that this is for 2nd to 4th graders. I think 3rd grade would be about perfect for us. We don't like not finishing books, so I'll probably finish this book with Eli, but I'm not going to have his 5-year-old twins listen in anymore because I think it's a little too much for them. But these are great. They happen all over the world. They're stories about little boy or little kids that are stuck in, like, there's the Nazi invasion, the destruction of Pompeii. So they're historical stories that happen all over. And kind of put you in the situation like that. But yeah, I think this book is a 5 for older kids, but for right now we're going to like put a little bit of a halt on them, so probably a 4 is what I would rate it. Eli, how about you? What would you rate it?
I would rate it 4.
4. Okay. All right, well, we want to talk about the most important book in the whole world, and that is
the Bible.
This is the hands-on Bible. What do you really like about this book?
I like how it ends with, like, activities. There's a kangaroo baby named Pockets, and he says, "Hi, Pockets, it's time to pray."
Yeah, and then it has a sheep named Cuddles.
And he shows you activities that you could do.
And then there's also handprints throughout the story that have suggestions, like, hold a book and pretend you're reading to a crowd, or pretend to give me some money to fix the temple. How much will you give me? So this chapter that he's going to be reading is Josiah Fixes the Temple. And I don't know that many children's books cover that story, or even like coming up here soon, it's going to be Psalm 23, The Lord is my shepherd. And I really like that this is written chapter and verse. It gets his little siblings interactive with it too by giving these little handprint ideas of things to do. I just think that this has been a really good Bible for Eli to read. If you'd like to see other Bibles that Eli has read in the past, he's actually made his own video on Bible reviews. So we'll link that up here and then down in our description box as well.
Here and down here.
Yeah. Okay. So you can find out about other Bibles that we recommend also. All right. Let's move on. Now we've just got some fun books to share. How about that one?
Fun. Narwhal and Jelly. We ate waffles, and he loves waffles.
Yeah, we did. We had waffles for lunch. Fun. Okay, so Narwhal and Jelly, we have 3 of their books. We've gotten the rest out from the library. What do we rate these?
We would rate them a 5. A 5.
We've read these over and over and over again. They're graphic novel style, just the adventures of a narwhal and a jellyfish. But we have so much fun with these books. So, 5. Absolutely. Next, let's do another graphic one. How about this one?
The Bad Guys.
The Bad Guys. What's this about, Eli?
It's about bad guys who are trying to be good, but they're actually doing worse.
Yeah, so these, like...
First, they escaped dogs from the dog pound, which the explosion scared them away, and they're losing. And now, he set chickens free, and those chickens were just not gonna be killed. They were gonna be laying eggs.
Oh.
Why did they escape?
Okay, so I only read like the first chapter of this one. Okay. I only read like the first chapter of this book with Eli, and then I was like, yeah, it's fine, whatever. You can finish reading it if you want to. So you've got like your classic bad guys, like a wolf and a shark and a piranha and a spider and a snake, and they all want to be good. They think that they're doing good things, but they're not. And so it's a graphic novel style. There's actually supposed to be a movie coming out about bad guys next year. It's a fun read, I guess. So I would rate this one a 3 because I don't really care. If he ever reads more of them, what would you rate it? A 5. You can rate it up to a 5. A 5. We actually have another one of these downstairs for him to read right now. He's excited about them. Another book that I don't care if he ever reads again, but he's really enjoying is
Diary of a Minecraft Zombie.
We really do like Minecraft in this house, and I have seen it be really beneficial for him in a lot of ways. And so he found this book at a thrift store and begged to get it. And he likes it. It's a diary style, so it's a day-to-day life of this zombie. What do you think? What do you have to say about it?
I like it because it's like telling me about his life. And like there's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. They have those for chapters.
So I think they're trying to get you to like feel empathy and to like care for this zombie. You're getting to know him and not just think of him as being the bad guy. I guess it kind of ties in, right? Like,
yeah, it works.
He's not just the bad guy. Like, he has feelings too in a life.
He's standing on my shoulder.
3.
5.
All right, sticking with the diary theme, we've got Owl Diaries. What did you think about this one? 0. Okay, so this is a really girly book. My little kids, though, my 5-year-olds and my 3-year-old, really like this book. If you've ever seen Allegories from Right Now Media, it's so much like that. It's the lives of these owls at school and this little girl owl that is, like, going through her day. I don't know. It's fine. It's a 3. I don't really care if my kids ever read this again. However, my little ones have begged me to get the next one, so I'm sure we'll be reading more of it. Eli doesn't want to read them ever again. All right, how about superhero adventures?
Love them.
So surprisingly, these aren't written as graphic novels. They're just chapter stories with pictures on each page, which is kind of fun. What did you like about it, Eli?
I liked about it that it has like superheroes teaming up and it tells everyday stories.
Okay, so this one had Squirrel Girl in it, and she's really cool. There aren't any like movies with Squirrel Girl in them yet. Yeah. Hopefully, that'd be really cool.
I've only seen one show with Squirrel Girl.
Okay, so this is a 3 for me. Don't care if my kids ever read it again. What do you think? Love them. So like a 4? I don't think you're in a hurry to read the next one. Okay. He's saying, oh, there, 4. Okay, 4. Good. Let's do this one next. We've got 3 more to share with you guys, so stick with us. Dog Man. This is a story about little kids that are writing their own comic stories. So they've done Captain Underpants, and they're looking for another one, and they create Dog Man. What do you think?
I love it.
Yeah. I don't care if they ever read these again. So I'll give it a 3. It's fine. It keeps my kids reading. I don't know. Maybe it's a 2 because there's no way I could finish reading this book.
Read half of this 200-page book, and I read half. So we both read 100 pages.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. Moving on. All right, 2 last books. These are both Branches books. And let's talk about Dragon Masters. Can you tell them what Dragon Masters is about?
Dragon Masters is about a kid who's a farmer in castle times. He got took into the king. He got a dragon.
And all of the dragons have different powers, right? So the Dragon Masters are learning about their dragons and their different powers.
9.
And you would rate it a what? A 3? I actually really like this. If your kids like How to Train Your Dragon, rather than reading the How to Train Your Dragons books, I would recommend these ones. And I was really surprised that he did only rate it a 3. He never did show interest in reading more of this one. I thought it was really good, though. I think it's worth showing your kids. Stop! I think it's worth showing your kids and seeing if they would be interested in it. I really liked this book a lot. So I'll say 4 for this one. All right, drum roll for the final book. And what is your pick?
The Firehawk.
The Last Firehawk. And this is a fantasy adventure story. And what's it about, Eli?
It's about Skyla and the Tag teaming up with the Firehawk to fetch try and find the Ember Stone before Thorin takes over the world.
Okay, and they're different kinds of animals, right? What is Skyla?
Skyla is a squirrel.
What's Tag?
An owl.
And then, does the Firehawk have a name?
Yeah, Blaze.
Blaze. Okay. And then what is Thorin?
Thorin is the shadow.
Okay.
I don't
The
know.
shadow?
They haven't introduced his real body yet.
Oh, you don't know that he's an owl? I thought we... Oh, no. Somebody else is an owl. Who's the owl?
Tag.
Tag is the owl. Okay, sorry. So...
Thorin's the shadow. No one knows his body.
Ooh. All right. So this fantasy adventure has a lot of, like, the words are written in different styles. There's lots of pictures throughout it. I think each chapter is only, like, a couple pages, 4 or 5 pages, so it's short read.
We love them.
Yeah, and so he just finished book 3, and we're waiting for book 4 to come in from the library. But this is our winner, The Last Firehawk.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
All right. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching along with us. Make sure to go over to Intentional Homeschooling with Chantel and Ephraim and see what they have been reading. Also, we're really excited to see what Ephraim has been liking and get some ideas from them, too. Thanks for watching, you guys. Make sure to
subscribe and give a big thumbs up.
Yeah.
And if you have more than one person in your family, make it that many.
Make them log on to their YouTubes too and give us a like.
Yeah.
Funny. Okay, and then we're also looking for books about spies. You said you wanted a book about a spy. And let us know any other books that you have really enjoyed that Eli might like too. We'd love to check out some more. We love the library. It's awesome. It's awesome. All right, guys. Bye. Thank you so much again. See you next time.
Bye.